Hey everybody, my name is Heist Games. Got a little more information for you guys. Exactly, I guess, the Batman Arkham Knight situation. Just obviously, I posted a video a couple days ago about what was going on. So I'm gonna update what's going on and what Warner Bros. Has done recently, and basically, I guess my reaction to it. Also, how it affects things here on the channel. Again, kind of how we did things last time. Just no update video. I just want to let you guys know what's going on. So. Obviously, if you didn't hear last time I had a video which talked about the port, it wasn't very well in how basically Rocksteady and all of them basically kind of deceived gamers because they talked about all this great stuff that wasn't even really in the game in the first place. The FPS wasn't correct because even though the videos that NVIDIA and some of them are showing 60 frames per second, they only gained 30, and some other things like that. But they've basically, I guess, in a way, they've kind of fixed their ways. I guess not really, but they're trying to. I guess, which I can give them credit for. So, basically, after Warner Brothers released the update, which basically was a turn down your settings update, screw you guys. Basically, PC gamers got mad and very mad, and honestly, I can't blame them. I was pretty upset with that too. Reaction, considering that their only action was just turn down the settings, deal with it. But basically, fix things. And they basically actually did something that I didn't actually even expect them to do. Really, no company I would expect them to do this. But they actually pulled the game completely off of Steam and any other online retailer for the PC version. And they're actually going to fix the game to the point where it's so it can be playable. So basically, they admit that, alright, this game is so broken that we're going to have to go back in and refix everything that's wrong with it. Which I guess in a way, I'm happy that they're finally deciding to fix it, because at least from what I saw, this game was in a state that was completely broken. And it was just ridiculous what they were asking for in terms of making it even look like an on-console power version, considering that the graphics cards they were requiring were like 4 times the power of a PS4 and Xbox One, and they still couldn't even run the game correctly at 30 frames per second locked. So I mean, in a way, I guess in that way, I'm glad that had to pull the game off of Steam and get things fixed. Obviously, I'm not going to forgive them for the errors they made. Whoever decided that the best answer to contain a bunch of mad people is to tell them basically to turn on their settings and to screw off is not very smart. And so after actually someone got their head straight and they realized, oh crap, this is actually creating even more of a flame war and making even more people mad than we originally made mad, which was still a huge number, that we need to move the game off of Steam. And also probably this was kind of a butt saving attempt, like, oh crap, so many people returning the game on Steam because obviously Steam's their fund system, which they just put in, thank God for that. Taught them a lesson that too many people were going to return the game and they were losing money fast. And honestly, the PC gaming community is kind of a huge community of people, even though a lot of developers like to act like it's just like a third-wheeled string. PC gaming is a huge industry. There's a lot of people who do it. I mean, heck, look at the Steam. Steam's bigger than PlayStation Network and Xbox Live. I'm not saying that all of them are active, but you still have a huge number of people who are playing games. And so to disrespect a community like that, you're making a lot of people unhappy. And it wasn't really a good decision by Rocksteady. I'm not quite sure exactly what they were thinking when they did their decisions, as I said earlier. So basically, the answer is, I guess, to the whole question is, good job, Rocksteady. You actually decided to fix things. I'm proud of you for actually getting the ball to hold the game from Steam, because most companies wouldn't do that. I'm still waiting for a better apology notice, as your apology that you wrote was not really a good one, as you wrote it in like one sentence, and you still are not admitting that basically this game is broken for any single person who's running it, unless you have an insanely beastly powerful computer, which they still have not admitted yet either. Basically, the only thing they admit is that only some people are having problems, and the real truth is that the majority of people are having problems, and it's only a small minority that actually can get the game to work correctly. If you look in the Steam comments from some of our videos, about 95% of them said, I can't get this game to run. Right? About maybe 5%, if that, are the ones actually asking, what's wrong? It's running fine on my system. So really, that it makes you wonder. Just the only thing that makes me think is it makes me wonder if the Steam system had been in when some of these other crappy ports had come out, like Grand Theft Auto 4, Assassin's Creed Unity. Let's think of some others off the top of my head. Heck, the other 3 Arkham games. I think you'd see a little bit different response, and I'm hoping this is a trend that continues. Is that when people make bad games, instead of just releasing the insane amount of patches, why don't you just fix the game, and if worse than worse, remove it from Steam, fix the game, and get it to a working state. And if they can do that, that's what I'll be happy with. And honestly, I'll be happy if you, honestly, even though PC gamers don't like games to be, later than their console counterparts, I would rather have a game pushed back like a year or two later, like Grand Theft Auto 5 was, because it was so well optimized, and just have a completely garbage port like Batman Arkham Knight was. So hopefully this will teach all developers a lesson here. Don't screw around with PC gamers, and really don't screw around with the community in general. The community is a very large number of people, and even though you think you're a huge invincible company, you are not powerful for anybody. As many companies have learned, Microsoft learned that with the Xbox One, PlayStation learned that with the PlayStation 3. Oh, not PlayStation, Sony. Sony learned with the PlayStation 3 that they're not invincible. So you got to learn that you can act like you're a big boy, but if you lose your community, you're going to lose all your money and revenue. And I think they're losing too much money fast from the PC port. I think they're expecting money from it. Obviously, you want money from it, but they were losing money fast with the Steam return system. They finally started to fix things up. So I guess going back to what it means for our channel itself is it means that we're gonna push the game back. Well, the game's going to be pushed back again, so that's not changing at all. But what will happen is that hopefully, and my hope is that whenever they do fix the game and get it back to, a healthy condition to be played on a PC, that it will actually be a good port this time and not a complete garbage port. And my hope is that they fix some of the things. Obviously, it'd be nice for them to add the tessellations and all that features and crap. But honestly, I think the biggest thing is to fix the system requirements. I mean, make it so that a graphics card that's on par with an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4 can play at the same level they can, and that a card that's better than that, more superior than that, should be able to play the game more superior. Because right now that's not the case. Where cards that are 4 times as powerful are barely running the game at the same part as a console counterpart, where graphics cards are about the same level are playing at way lower and crappier looking settings. And honestly, even at good settings, the Batman game on PC looked like garbage. So hoping that they can fix it here. So that's my hope. So basically, obviously for the channel-wise, as I said earlier, we're just going to push it back until they actually do release the game, and hope it'll be fixed. Actually, I did not return the game, if you're wondering. I have not returned the game. I do have faith in... I am very unhappy with Rocksteady, obviously, and Warner Brothers, and really NVIDIA, and all those companies in general. All of them have kind of screwed them over, and then kind of tried to defend themselves, which was a poor decision. You should have basically admitted that you made a mistake in the first place, instead of just pushing it back for like 20 minutes, for like a day. Then they realized after they made an even more firestorm with pitchforks, after basically telling PC gamers to screw off, they finally decided to fix things. And even though it may not seem like a hurt thing now, it's going to hurt them in the long run in the future, when sales coming around, like, I don't know, the next Batman game, or heck, even Mad Max. And a lot of people have been saying they're not going to pre-order Mad Max now due to this situation. And heck, even Just Cause 3, which is also supposed to be published by Warner Brothers later this year. So, I mean, someone like me, obviously, is going to buy some of these games. I'm obviously going to buy Just Cause 3, because that's a huge game for me. But for someone who's an average gamer who doesn't really care about that, who's not doing it for a sole purpose like me, which I'm doing it for a YouTube channel, is probably not going to buy the game. If it's going to run like garbage, they'll just wait for something like a Steam Summer Sale, thank God for those, to buy the game cheap for like $10, like you can now. Basically, besides that, there's not really much more to talk about. Basically, to summarize it, I'm glad Rocksteady did this, but I'm not going to let them off the hook. They made some big mistakes on the PR side, and really with the whole decision process, which I explained more thoroughly in the other video. But I'm glad that they decided to get the balls to move the game from Steam, fix it to what it's worth. Hopefully they can fix it and not just give a crappy fix. They completely fix the game is my hope. Take the time you need, Rocksteady. That's the one thing of advice I will give you. Don't screw us over. Take your time and get the port to work correctly. If you do that, you'll make a lot of people happy. With that being said, thanks for watching, everybody. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.